TV shows have been warning us about P. Diddy for decades. From The Simpsons showing a billionaire rapper hosting all-white functions on an island, to Madagascar remaking Diddy's freak-off parties.
This is like a puppy party.
Here are TV shows and movies that tried warning us about P. Diddy. It seemed like every single TV producer was trying to expose Diddy through their shows by 2010, and so far this year, official legal papers uncovered Diddy's deepest secrets, including affairs with multiple male stars. But check this out, the show's Saturday Night Live was ahead of the curve. You see, there is an episode that aired in 2010 of P. Diddy acting as himself, where Robert De Niro made an appearance dressed as a female.
What's up, snitches?
It's indeed a pleasure to meet you.
I know it's pretty strange, but it doesn't end here, trust me.
Yeah, don't front on Blitz. He's spitting high five.
Girl, you the one that's high five. If you wasn't my man's mom, I'd tear that ass up.
What?
Thank you.
You won't believe this, but one of the main characters in the Madagascar movie was inspired by Diddy himself. And the crazy thing about this is that no one really caught on even 20 years later. You see, the comedian Chris Rock was behind the voice of Marty the Zebra, and he was well aware of what was going on at the freak-off parties, due to him and Diddy having multiple mutuals. And so Chris tapped in with the writers of the movie and snuck in a line that exposed Diddy. The main characters happened to discover a huge island party that was hosted by King Julian, and oddly enough, Chris's character said this in the official movie.
Dude, this is like a puppy party.
What kind of zoo is this?
I just saw 26 blatant health code violations.
A lot of movie fanatics believe that King Julian's character is modeled after P. Diddy because all he wanted to do for the rest of the movie was to throw parties. That was his main motive by any means necessary, even if the characters were asleep.
I don't care. Soon we will put my excellent plan to action. All we have to do is wait until they are deep in their sleep.
That sounds spot on. It's exactly what I said, bro, by any means necessary. King Julian held the characters hostage until he got exactly what he wanted. And if that wasn't enough, the producers even made King Julian a little zesty too.
Come, Maurice, what is a simple bite on the buttocks among friends? Here, give me a nibble.
The party is over, Julian.
The real question here is, what did Diddy not do? He ain't subscribed to the MubaVVS channel, but that would probably be a good idea. I ain't gonna lie. Get me to 100k, y'all, let's go. But guys, there was a really questionable scene from a kid's show that portrayed Diddy as a creep. And it might not come as a surprise that the producer of this show was Dan Schneider, a very well-known Nickelodeon producer that has hundreds of creep allegations on his name. That's the guy behind iCarly, and he teamed up with the Diddler to work on this outrageous segment.
And he's still sound asleep. What are we gonna do? I don't know. You know, in situations like this, I always ask myself, what would P. Diddy do? What would P. Diddy do? No, I don't know. Hey, let's ask him. Oh, okay. P. Diddy?
What's up?
We can't wake up Shane.
You try symbols?
Yep.
What about sour milk?
Didn't work.
Tell you what. Take this toy helicopter. Put it down his pants.
All right, we'll do it. We'll do. Come on, put it in. Nothing. Didn't work. He's still asleep.
Try this.
Shall I? By all means.
It ain't nothing like a Diddy party, and I don't mean that in a good way at all. And The Simpsons tried warning us about these freak-offs for a long ass time. Not just about the intricacies of the parties, but the producers also exposed big stars that used to go to these parties. And if you don't know, The Simpsons are known to predict events like crazy, whether that be the cough cough pandemic, the Super Bowl winners, and even the outcome of the 2016 election. But The Simpsons P. Diddy prediction was damn near a warning. It's like The Simpsons writers had heard about the freak-offs for a long time, to the point where they decided to make a whole episode dedicated to it.
Oh,
It's a white party, just the kind I used to throw, although we interpreted the theme a bit differently in those days. Whoever is throwing that magnificent to-do knows how to enjoy their wealth.
You can't make this shit up. This took place on a deserted island, and the fact that it's all white themed makes it an undeniable Diddy reference. And if you don't fully believe it just yet, check this out. We have people associated with Diddy like Will Smith and Beyonce in the episode. All types of crazy shit was going down in the episode. You had strippers on a pirate ship, and of course you had the back room, like a private room with security, where only the host of the party has access to the room. Now I want you guys to comment what the fuck you think went down in that room. But one thing about these writers, they were trying to expose the fuck out of Diddy, because the host of the all-white themed freak-off party happened to be a billionaire rapper that oddly enough resembles P. Diddy.
What did you say?
Mr. Burns and I were just leaving.
Are you Montgomery Burns, the despised billionaire?
No, that's what my cufflinks say.
There's something I've wanted to tell you for a long time, you ruthless monster.
Yeah.
I love you.
Diddy is a scary motherfucker, bro, a nuisance to society, and the fact that the Simpsons producers took it upon themselves to expose Diddy is actually beyond me. I'm surprised. But there was a TV show that didn't give a flying fuck, and they took on the role to violate P. Diddy as much as they possibly could. No TV show violated him more than South Park, and obviously for multiple episodes, but there was one episode in particular where they took it too far. You might have heard about Diddy being accused of setting up Tupac. That is a whole video in and of itself, but he was also being linked to Diddy's assassination only 6 months later. And this is what the South Park producers made to expose Diddy.
Puff Daddy?
Your friend Kyle told me you don't understand the importance of voting. Apparently you haven't heard of my Vote or Die campaign.
Vote or die? What the hell does that even mean?
What you think it means, bitch.
But this next TV show revealed that if you date one of P. Diddy's ex-girlfriends, I ain't gonna lie, you might get boomed. We all know about Diddy's relationship with Cassie, and they faced some challenges during their relationship in 2012. And after deciding to take a break in the relationship, Cassie was posted up with Kid Cudi, a really big artist, and Diddy wasn't playing about her at all. Like, he was ready to crash out, so what did he do? He called up his homies, he found Kid Cudi's car, and threw a Molotov cocktail inside, making that bitch explode. I ain't gonna lie, Kid Cudi would have been cooked if he was inside the car, but luckily everything was good, like he wasn't there. And I know it's pretty ironic that after this, Diddy played a role in the show Blackish, and he was playing the role of a thug that got his girl taken by another guy. If you ask me, that seems too real to be a fictional role. Like, Diddy was providing the realest of acting.
What you doing? You trying to make time with my girl?
And I'm sorry, Mr. Savoy, but I thought Maribel was your girl.
They all my girls. And if I ever see you talking to one of my girls again, I'm gonna fill that belly with lead. Now you go peddle some ice, ass boy.
But this was definitely not the only time TV producers tried talking to us about the diddler in the early 2010s. In 2011, the TV show Supernatural tried warning us about P. Diddy's for months on months, if not years. I've been using it a lot this video, but the term freak off has been going crazy this year, and it is for describing his secret parties where things beyond freaky shit went down. And the show Supernatural tried telling us about it subtly, warning us about the side of P. Diddy that he didn't want us to see.
So what kind of thing likes virgins and gold? P. Diddy?
But let me tell you guys about how the show Hawaii Five-0 predicted Diddy as a fugitive 15 years ago. Like, he would do anything to land a big acting role. And after trying to convince a whole lot of players in the industry, he landed a role in an episode of Hawaii Five-0. But check this out, the writers of the show didn't really want Diddy on there, and so they decided to give him the role of a criminal doing the race after being accused of murder. And a lot of people think that this is based off him in real life.
Yeah, I didn't kill him. You hear me? I didn't do it. Yeah, I want to believe you, Reggie. Someone else got to Bukai before I could question him. You're asking me to trust you. You need to trust us, or you need to turn yourself in. And then when we clear you, if we clear you, we'll work together, you understand? I can't do that. I only have one chance left to find out how this went down. Hold on, Reggie, you gotta think about your kid right now, okay? Who in the hell you think I'm doing this for? If I don't put an end to this now, Kevin will never be safe. Hey, you can't raise your kid from a prison cell.
Moving on to the next one, we have the movie Blink Twice. And this movie exposed how Diddy handles his victims, and the movie came out just 1 month before he got arrested. So the movie follows a billionaire that owns a private island, where he gets girls, drugs, and freak-off parties during the weekend. But as you can probably tell by now, as the movie goes on, the women notice something being a little bit off. Well, that was because they were getting drugged down by the billionaire with perfume. And I'm pretty sure you guys can see why a lot of people took this movie and linked it to Diddy after his arrest, especially after he got busted with a whole lot of bottles of baby oil. And a lot of people were thinking that Diddy might be using this baby oil to drug down his victims. I want you guys to let me know if you think this movie is just a coincidence. Me personally, I'm not really into conspiracy theories, but Zoe Kravitz was a director in this movie, and her dad, Lenny Kravitz, used to pop out at hella Diddy parties, and they even worked on multiple tracks, so she definitely knew what was going down in those Diddy parties.